Hi there. Yes, I know. Load shedding again. But yeah, welcome back to Beginner French, where we teach you French 1 week at a time in 3 minutes or less. And this week we'll be giving you reading suggestions, recommendations. Yeah. And reading is so important for learning the language because it is a form of comprehensible input. But with that being said, for it to be comprehensible input, you need to be reading at your level, because if you're going to try and read Shakespeare as a beginner in French, or like a French translation of Shakespeare as a beginner, like, you're not going to get anything. Like, you're cooking yourself. So it's always important to read according to your level. So in this video, I'm going to give recommendations for people of all levels, roughly, from absolute beginner to intermediate. Okay. So the first recommendation I recommend is Duolingo Stories. And this came out, I remember doing French Duolingo Stories back in 2020, like just before COVID hit. So like, it is really good, and they've got so much content there. They've probably got way more now, like, because it has been like 5 years since they launched it. So there's going to be so much more content. And the lovely thing I like about it is that for a beginner, it is like the best place to start, because it kind of gives you the story in bits and pieces, and then it tests your comprehension of the story so that you know whether you're understanding or not understanding. So it's one of like the best places for comprehensible input for absolute beginners. And then once you've passed the absolute beginner phase, there is a author I highly recommend, Ollie Richards. I've got like a bunch of his books. Like, I've got so many of his books. And his books, he noticed that for foreign language learners, the only options you really have is to either have books that you would like to read, that will probably be at the level of an adult, but they are written at the level of an adult. So they're not written at the level of a beginner. Or you have to read a kid's book, which will be written at your level because you're still at that beginner stage of the book. But then, like, the content is incredibly boring because you're an adult trying to read a kid's book. So that's why he created these books. So he has different books: 101 Conversations in Simple French, 101 Conversations in Intermediate French, and then he also has stories in French. So he has different types, and I'll keep popping them up on the screen for all different levels. Like, here is A2 to B2. A2 to B1, and then this is B1 to B2. And yeah, so for the Duolingo Stories, that will be A1. But either way, thank you guys for watching this week's video. You can check and catch up on our playlist here, but I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.